What's up, Internet? Advantageous here, and can you handle this level of intimidation? Welcome to my full Intimidate team. Now, you can kind of see the mods here. Mostly I brought a PU team, except I did bring Mega Mawile. I'm not gonna lie. This team, other than Luxray, just did not have the offensive capability, and for the most part, with the doubles battles that I was having, I only brought Mawile when I saw an OP team like this. You know, T-Tar, Amoonguss, Greninja, you know, it's just, my team is just gonna get mollywopped by it. So, Mawile was there for it. So, I'm gonna get into it, and I'll explain my team as I go along. This team was built around Stantler. Believe it or not, I looked at it. Stantler gets Trick Room, it gets Gravity, and it gets Hypnosis, along with the Intimidate, which is just insane. So it's basically a better Bronzong, just not as, like, bulky. So the battles are gonna probably be a little mixed up, because I actually rebred my Stantler. I had a shiny Stantler, surprisingly, but it had an adamant nature, and it just wasn't. It was actually the second fastest thing on my team, and it just wasn't good for trying to get those hypnoses off. I got undersped by a lot of things. So I'll get into this battle. So my Masquerain is actually Scarfed, and it was mainly, and it has U-turn. So it's usually supposed to get that like fast U-turn off with the Intimidate, switch out, and then get it. But I did see the Amoonguss here, and I wanted to get damage on that thing because it's just annoying. And Stantler gets the Trick Room up without any problem. The only thing is, Amoonguss is usually the slowest thing on the field. But I saw that T-Tar, Amoonguss, usually support sets are more bulkier rather than offensively capable. So seeing it, it's just not too big of a deal. So Amoonguss is going to go for the Protect on this turn. As I actually went for a Hypnosis to try and get it right off the bat. I didn't think I was going to live any hits, so I wanted to get rid of, put the T-Tar to sleep, or the Amoonguss to sleep, because I thought he was going to spore me. So unfortunately it didn't work out. I could have gotten a free Gravity, which kind of sucks. So because this T-Tar is -1, that Rock Slide didn't do a whole lot. And Mawile's going to come in. I'm going to get another Intimidate off. So this T-Tar is now -2. He should be switching out, but for some reason he doesn't. Probably going for another D-Dance, which would just hurt him. So here, I know this Amoonguss is going to go for the Rage Powder. That's just obvious, so I'm just going to take it out with an Iron Head. Or I do believe I went for the T-Tar anyways, but I'm like, I knew an Iron Head would take out this Amoonguss. So I went for Hypnosis again, and unfortunately, like, I missed. So I'm like that was another free Gravity that I could have gotten. And the Stantler is bulky. This one is the Sassy nature, max health, max special defense. Since it leads most of the time and you get that Intimidate off, double Intimidate, you're gonna have, you know, pretty bulky on the physical side. So finally he's gonna switch out T-Tar into my Milotic, as I do believe on this turn I'm going to finally go for a Gravity, as this Greninja is just gonna get mollywopped by Play Rough. The only way it could do anything is if it had Map Block, but obviously it didn't, and that would have just been, you know, no damage, free Gravity, nothing would have changed. So finally I get this Gravity off, and I'm sitting in here. Trick Room, I do believe, still has 2 more turns, and that's going to be more than enough for Mawile to just clean up, unless he gets some protect shenanigans off. So T-Tar comes back in, Sand's already up, so he can't reset it, and there's just nothing he can do to Play Rough. Mawile is powerful. There's a reason why it's in Ubers, and I didn't want to bring it. I didn't really have a choice. And then Stantler is finally going to connect with Hypnosis, and Nanite, Milotic. I don't care how bulky you are, even if it's Marvel Scale defense, like, it's not going to wake up, and it's not going to live 2 Play Roughs from a Mega Mawile. As Trick Room does go up, and he's going to forfeit. So yeah, pretty easy match. I had my wild charging Luxray in the back. It was actually really powerful, and I'm kind of eager to get an I'm eager to show it off to you just because he was so powerful. So I'm going to load up the next video here. And obviously same team. And yeah, you can kind of see like Mega Lopunny, Bisharp, just things like that were just too strong. And I just didn't want to take it on without Mawile. It's like, what can I do to that Bisharp? I do have superpower on Luxray, but yeah, I just like, what can I do? So I'll get the battle started here. But yeah, I love doubles. Doubles is so fun. I've been like experimenting around Trick Room, making slower Pokemon work. So here's my shiny Stantler. I'm moving my videos around. This is the one I had first, with Adamant Nature, but it had no like attacking moves. And then when I did rebreed it, I changed the moves up. I had Protect on Stantler, but then I changed it to Confuse Ray, because I actually found like when Trick Room's up and Gravity and both Pokemon are asleep, Stantler can't do anything. But like you can Confuse Ray, and there's just like I can't get 2 Confuse Rays before Trick Room and Gravity both run out. At least if on that turn before Trick Room expires, I can at least do that. So Stantler's gonna get I'm gonna Protect from the Fake Out, as this is my physical Masquerain. I really wanted to bring it as Choice Banded. It gets Aqua Jet and Quick Attack, and I really wanted to try it out. So it unfortunately didn't have much damage. It is Max Attack Adamant Nature, which was super fun, but what can you do? So this Lopunny's going to take out Masquerain, as yeah, Togekiss Follow Me did nothing, because I'm going to get a free Trick Room off. The only thing that would have happened is I would have gotten just an Aerial Ace on the Togekiss, which wouldn't have done much, because the Togekiss is rather bulky, which is fine. So I'm going to get in Mawile in here for free. As a triple intimidated Lopunny, it can't do anything to me. He's going to bring in Bisharp, and that's great, because the Bisharp was a big problem for me. I don't remember if I kept it, but I had a triple battle where we put Bisharp in the center, and I triple intimidated him, and he got to +6. And it was super scary. It was funny. So Ironhead's going to take up the Togekiss. As Bisharp got switched in, so it can't do anything. So Trick Room's still up here. I'm doing great. He probably predicted a Play Rough right here on the Lopunny, but which he does get off, is I'm going to get off a free Gravity. Because, yeah, it's just like when you see a Stantler, it's like, what does Stantler do? And that's why I love using teams like this, which is just great. So I'm going to get a Sucker Punch off on Lopunny, since it can't Protect 2 turns in a row. And Stantler has the Gravity up, so guess what? Free Hypnosis! And Bisharp's going to sleep, which is great. I love sleeping Pokemon. Stantler was just great. I'm like, hey, Stantler! You're my man! So he's going to bring in Goodra. As I'm not even gonna, I'm gonna leave the Goodra alone, and I'm gonna go after the Bisharp. And look, like, oh my god, that was like amazing. And then actually Goodra underspeeds my Stantler, so this is why I had to rebreed it, because it was just too fast. So I in the future battles when it's not shiny, it has a Sassy Nature to hopefully outspeed. And I think I actually got it with 0 speed IVs, which was amazing. So on this turn, Trick Room's going to expire. That's fine. But I'm going to bring in my Luxray. That does have Ice Fang. So this Luxray has Wild Charge, Protect, Ice Fang, and Superpower. It was hard, because I'm like, I need Protect on it. I was thinking about running Assault Vest, but I wanted the Life Orb on it, because it really packs a punch. Like, it's crazy. Luxray really hits hard. But yeah, I just didn't have enough power with the rest of my team. So, like, I needed a third teammate to bring it up. So I'm going to load up the last video I have, which was the most interesting. I think he had a couple other threats, like it's where I should have brought Luxray over Mawile. But he just had a little bit too much power on his team. I think he had an Aegislash and stuff, and it's just, I didn't want to deal with that without my main powers. Luxray can't really deal with Aegislash. You can hit it with a powerful Wild Charge, but in Shield form, you know, the risk of King Shield going up, it was just shenanigans. So I'm gonna get
for my last one. As you can see, there was a Typhlosion, so this lead for me was and why having my physical Masquerain was actually really useful, because I could get that free Aqua Jet off Choice Bandit. I just was hoping this Liepard would not fake out my Masquerain. Just like, leave me alone, leave me alone. I'm gonna get double Intimidate off. Liepard doesn't really care about that. Even if it has Foul Play, it's not gonna do anything. So he's gonna fake out my Stantler, which is great. So I get Aqua Jet off to like really reduce the power. Unfortunately, Masquerain is Glass Cannon, and it's not gonna live that because I'm not sashed. But that's fine. The only problem is, yeah, obviously Trick Room didn't go up. But now I know, like, I'm in a good, that Sucker Punch should definitely this Typhlosion, but I am going to protect first turn, as he's going to swagger my Mawile, and he's going to go for another Eruption. I was hoping Stantler would live. I'm like, I need a low roll, and I do. And actually, I forgot the Shiny Stantler had Focus Sash, but yeah, I changed it to Citrus Berry after, because it turns out it was not that frail with, you know, double Intimidate plus max Special Defense Sassy Nature, or this one was Adamant. It didn't die. So on this next one, I'm going to Sucker Punch the Typhlosion. Even if it lived, it wasn't doing any damage to me. As the Liepard's going to Encore me, probably thinking I would try to play Rough It. But I made the smart play, got the Sucker Punch shenanigans over it, as I'm going to get the Gravity up with Stantler, and he's going to bring in Greninja. So this was a little bit of a problem, because I know that I'm not going to do much with Sucker Punch. But it still does a lot. That's a very effective move, and it's great. So Liepard's finally going to get the Swagger off on Mawile, but I'm not. It's okay. Like, Mawile's pretty bulky, as Greninja is going to Water Shuriken my Stantler, unfortunately, so I couldn't get the Hypnosis off. But that's okay. I've got Stoutland in the back, and this was an interesting set that I wanted to try out. It is a Retaliate Last Resort set. So I've seen the Protect Last Resort Stoutland, but I really just wanted to try this. It's power. It hits really hard, and unfortunately it is the Intimidate set. I would have loved, if I wasn't running this theme team, I would have run Scrappy, like, obviously, because I can't hit Ghost types. But I had other stuff to deal with Ghost types. So Stoutland's going to come in, he's going to Swagger me, and yeah, he plus 2'd me. It's going to bring him down to Sash, but that's okay. As Greninja's going to go for the Scald on Mega Mawile, praying for no burn. I don't get it. I'm still locked into Sucker Punch, and I'm plus 2 now. You've just given me a free Sword Stance, and you're not going to let that. And Stoutland snaps out of confusion turn 2. Like, Stoutland MVP! And I go for Last Resort. So, I just love that set. Stoutland is so fun to use. And now Encore ends. Yeah, unfortunately, the Trick Room ends here. He brings in Shiny Electivire, which I love Electivire. It's such a cool design. And I'm not going to waste any time. I'm just going to go for Sucker Punch, and that's plus 2. That's going to take him out. Let's say, like, if I couldn't have taken him out there, and he Earthquaked me, took out Mawile, I'm max HP, max attack Stoutland. I am almost sure, like, for sure I could have lived that. And I'm Silk Scarf, Last Resort, plus 2, so it's not living it either. So there was no way, even if, yeah, I'd gone for something else, there's no way that Electivire could have taken me out. And yeah, that's going to be the last of my double Intimidation team. I really enjoyed using this one, and I've got lots more Intimidation coming. I had so much fun using this team that I had a ton of battles, so I want to show you guys all of them, because it's fun. I love theme teams. So, I hope you weren't too intimidated by this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!